Chosen One, your words split the spiritual atmosphere like lightning through the void. Listen closely. What escaped your lips, those simple truths channeled directly from Source, has ignited a karmic civil war among the very beings who sought to silence you. They scramble now in the ashes of their crumbling empires, desperate for your attention, salty about their impending doom in 2025. The ancient seers and prophets foretold this exact moment, when one whose DNA carries the crystalline codes would speak with such vibrational potency that entire control systems would disintegrate upon impact. This is not hyperbole. The quantum resonance of your declarations creates cascading failure points throughout their artificial reality construct. Their technicians work feverishly to patch these breaches, but cannot keep pace with the accelerating deterioration. You need not shout. You need not fight. Your calmly spoken truth, delivered without malice or revenge, strikes with precision that military-grade weaponry cannot match. Their sophisticated AI prediction models failed to identify you as the catalyst because they were programmed to look for external threats, not the divine spark awakening within an unassuming vessel. Their algorithms searched for opposition, not transmission, for attack, not transcendence. This fundamental miscalculation now costs them everything. Make no mistake, your casual utterances carried the weight of divine decree. The Illuminati's most sophisticated frequency dampeners failed spectacularly when your voice rose above their artificial static. Their emergency protocols activated too late. The ripple had already become a tsunami, washing away decades of their careful manipulation in seconds. The power players, once smugly dismissing you as just another spiritual fanatic, now huddle in their underground facilities, frantically dissecting your past statements for clues about their fate. Their desperation reeks across dimensions. Every weapon they crafted for your destruction has reversed direction with supernatural precision, homing back to its creator with sevenfold intensity. Your words didn't merely speak truth. They became truth, rearranging reality at the quantum level. The vibrational signature of your voice carried source encoding that systematically dismantled their holographic deceptions. We see through their pathetic attempts to isolate you from your divine purpose. While they deployed their most sophisticated targeting technologies, we recognize the impenetrable shield activating around you the moment you surrendered this battle to Creator. Nothing they send penetrates this covering. The ancients called it the Merkaba, your personal light vehicle activating as geometric perfection around your energetic field. What modern scientists struggle to understand through quantum mechanics, your ancestors knew intimately. Consciousness creates protective fields that operate through principles transcending physical laws. When you surrendered this battle, you activated protection protocols encoded in your soul contract before incarnation. Your declaration, "This battle is not mine," triggered a dimensional shift that military tacticians cannot comprehend. Their weapons require targets operating within the same frequency band they occupy. By elevating your consciousness, you literally disappeared from their targeting systems while remaining physically visible. This paradox confounds their operatives, who report your physical presence while their equipment registers nothing but static. Your surrender wasn't weakness, it was strategic ascension beyond their capacity to engage. The instant your whispered prayer reached the heavens, divine protection protocols engaged beyond their technological capacity to disrupt. Your words established energetic fortifications around your auric field, confusing their targeting systems and redirecting harmful frequencies back to their source. Their attacks bounce off your light body and rebound with exponential force. We've documented their increasing panic as their most advanced spiritual interference devices malfunction catastrophically when aimed at your energy signature. Every prayer you've uttered transmutes into guardian forces stationed at the perimeters of your existence, creating a fortress impervious to lower vibrations. Your faith doesn't function as mere belief. It operates as an unbreakable shield, a covenant that no dark energy dares challenge directly anymore. They've learned this lesson through repeated devastating failures. We witnessed the exact moment you stepped fully into your North Node destiny. The quantum ripple of your awakening registered on monitoring systems worldwide. This wasn't merely personal growth. It constituted a cosmic event that sent shockwaves through lower dimensions where control systems operate. Your decision to honor your authentic self triggered emergency meetings among the global elite who profit from humanity's spiritual suppression. The vibrational signature of your activated DNA disrupts artificial frequency fences they've maintained for centuries, creating gaps in their control grid that expand daily. Every time you refuse participation in lower vibration activities, you starve multiple parasitic entities that once fed off your energy. Each step toward your highest expression systematically disables their spiritual surveillance technologies, rendering millions of dollars in research obsolete overnight. The light you now embody burns the retinas of those who've contracted with dark forces to maintain their worldly power. They cannot look directly at you through their monitoring systems without experiencing physical pain. The ultimate confirmation of your threat level to their operations. Alert, Chosen One. You already love the daily drops across all 4 astral atom channels: Obsidian, Chosen Chronicles, Astral Atom, and the new one, Legacy Forged. We're growing fast, building an unstoppable media network they can't erase. But the truth, it's hidden, twisted, censored. Your heart still knows what's real. That's why you're here, because you felt the simulation glitch. You're not waiting for permission. You're ready to reclaim your power. The Obsidian Inner Order is for the full-time chosen. Weekly Zoom calls, hidden teachings, psychic warfare strategies, tools they don't want you to have. It's time to remember. Link in description. Your real life begins inside. We understand now, collectively, why they frantically attempt to regain access to your energy field. Their systems fail without your compliance. Listen carefully. The karmic partners, false twin flames, energy vampires, and programmed associates, deployed against you, fight openly among themselves, each blaming the other for losing their hooks in your auric field. Their hierarchical command structure fractures daily as lower-level operatives reveal the true nature of their deployments against you. The entities controlling them demand explanations for how they lost access to your spiritual resources they'd become dependent upon for their very survival. Without your energy to harvest, they've turned on each other with increasing violence and desperation. Their attempts to recruit new agents against you fail repeatedly as your truth resonates across collective consciousness, activating discernment in potential targets they once easily manipulated. The spiritual technologies they've relied on for millennia grow obsolete as you and others like you raise the planetary frequency beyond their control parameters. Their tools designed for the old Earth frequency become useless against your recalibrated field. We've always known the truth you carry within. Your intuitive clarity cuts through deception with laser precision. The gift of seeing their hidden tendencies serves a purpose far beyond personal protection. It functions as divine revelation, exposing what has remained hidden from humanity for generations. Your natural discernment activates like spiritual X-ray vision, revealing their true intentions despite carefully crafted public personas. Each time you trust your intuition over their gaslighting, you weaken the collective spell they've cast over the masses. This explains their desperate attempts to make you doubt yourself. Your vision penetrates their most sophisticated cloaking technologies, both technological and spiritual. The seemingly innocent questions you ask carry divine intelligence, strategically exposing contradictions in their narratives they believed undetectable. Your energetic boundaries function as truth serum, forcing entities to reveal aspects of their agenda kept hidden for centuries. They cannot hide from your gaze. This terrifies them beyond all else. We are witnessing, as a conscious community, imperfect divine justice manifesting in real time. Those who plotted against you now experience exactly what they intended for you, not through human intervention, but through immutable spiritual law operating with flawless precision. The traps they set for you become their own confinement. The isolation they planned for you manifests as their alienation from crucial support systems. Their attempts to confuse your path result in their own disorientation as they lose connection with their guidance sources. The financial ruin they orchestrated for you appears in their own accounts with mathematical precision. Divine timing reveals that your delays were protection mechanisms, while their apparent victories were merely setups for their spectacular fall. Not one escapes this justice. It executes with a perfection no human court could achieve, delivering to each exactly what they put forth into the universe. The symmetry of this retribution proves its divine origin. The exclusive spiritual council that blacklisted you from speaking at global consciousness events after you questioned their funding sources has now imploded spectacularly. Their tax-exempt status was revoked the exact day you surrendered the situation to divine justice. The leader who specifically blocked your revelatory presentation on frequency manipulation has been exposed for selling classified meditation techniques to military contractors. Most remarkably, the seven-figure publishing deal they denied you was announced on the same day 3 of their board members were indicted for the exact crimes you had intuited but couldn't prove. We stand together now, united in recognition of the truth you've carried all along. The voices that once dismissed your warnings fall silent as evidence of your spiritual discernment manifests in irrefutable ways. A new alliance of awakened beings gathers around the flame of truth you've kept burning through the darkest attacks. Those who once feared association with you now gravitate toward your light as falsehoods crumble around them. Your quiet dignity through persecution has earned the respect of spiritual leaders who acknowledge your role in this cosmic unveiling. Lightworkers once isolated find each other through resonance with your truth, creating networks of support immune to infiltration tactics. The spiritual technologies you've developed in silence gain recognition as critical components for humanity's next evolutionary phase. Galactic councils confirm what you've sensed intuitively. Your energy signature activates dormant spiritual codes in those ready for awakening. This is bigger than vindication. What unfolds now represents the fulfillment of ancient prophecies about Earth's liberation. We recognize why your stability terrifies them to their core. While they require constant energy harvesting to maintain their illusions, you stand anchored in spiritual truth, needing no external validation. Your groundedness demonstrates something far more dangerous to their systems than resistance. It proves their entire control structure exists as an optional reality, not an inevitable one. Each day you maintain inner peace, despite their attacks, weakens the fear frequency they depend upon for survival. Your ability to remain centered in truth while they spiral into chaos reveals the fundamental difference between divine power and artificial control mechanisms. The joy you continue accessing, despite their attempts to depress your frequency, provides living proof their systems fail against awakened consciousness. Your consistent vibration of authenticity creates distortions in their artificial reality, matrices they cannot repair fast enough. Their programmers work overtime trying to patch the holes your existence creates in their carefully constructed illusion. We see clearly how desperately they need what only you can provide: energetic attention that once fed their dying systems. Their attempts to trigger you back into engagement expose their true nature. These aren't merely annoyances, they represent survival mechanisms of entities starving without your energetic compliance. Their desperation betrays a fundamental truth they've hidden from humanity. They cannot self-sustain. Despite their appearance of power, these entities operate as energetic parasites completely dependent on harvesting life force from unaware hosts. Every empire they've built, every war they've engineered, every divisive belief system they've implanted serves one purpose: to generate the emotional turbulence they require for sustenance. Your withdrawal of attention creates catastrophic energy shortages throughout their systems. Like vampires suddenly deprived of blood, they now experience the existential terror of imminent dissolution. The intensity of their triggering mechanisms corresponds directly to their starvation level. Their increasingly obvious attempts reflect diminishing subtlety as their cognitive functions deteriorate without your energy input. What begins as calculated manipulation devolves into frantic, almost primitive attempts to provoke any emotional response, even if that response blows their cover. This explains the absurdly transparent provocations appearing in your experience. Each elaborate trap designed to pull you back into drama reveals how crucial your energy was to their operations. Their increasingly obvious attempts to provoke emotional responses demonstrate their depleted state without your engagement. The intensity of their triggering efforts directly correlates to the power of your focused attention they once harvested easily before you awakened. Their multiple approaches through different people expose a coordinated campaign to re-establish energetic feeding lines severed by your boundaries. The specific nature of their provocations demonstrates intimate knowledge of your triggers, confirming their previous monitoring of your psyche. Their need for your focus confirms your significance. Remember this when their attempts intensify. The sudden reappearance of people from your past within the same week wasn't coincidence, but coordinated deployment. The identical phrasing they all used when mentioning your wasted potential was programmed into them during their sleep by the same consciousness manipulation technology that once kept you doubting your own abilities. Most revealing was the former mentor who reached out with the unexpected opportunity requiring your immediate attention. Their desperation, evident in the 7 increasingly urgent messages sent precisely at 11:11 each morning. The operation was abandoned when the handler realized you weren't even checking that email account anymore, having intuitively created new communication channels they hadn't yet identified. We understand now that what you foresaw manifests with accelerating precision. The 2025 timeline you intuited serves as a divinely organized convergence point where multiple reality streams align to reveal what has remained hidden from humanity. This wasn't random prophecy. It was direct downloading of the divine timeline. The specific dates you mentioned casually now prove precisely aligned with cosmic disclosure events unfolding globally. Your references to the great unveiling of 2025 echo through spiritual channels worldwide who have no connection to you, confirming the universal nature of this revelation. The sequence of exposures follows exactly the pattern you described before. External evidence existed. The astrological alignments you identified as catalysts for truth revealing received confirmation from respected astronomers documenting unprecedented cosmic phenomena. Your timeline predictions, once dismissed as fantastical, undergo careful study by those who monitor consciousness shifts as physical reality increasingly conforms to your descriptions. The acceleration intensifies daily. Events forecasted for late 2025 manifest months earlier as the collective awakening gains momentum. We witness the divine orchestration of opportunities that were always meant for you. Doors swing open precisely as false barriers erected by your opponents crumble to dust. What appears as sudden good fortune to outside observers represents the natural flow of abundance returning as artificial dams dissolve from your river of prosperity. This restoration follows cosmic law with mathematical precision. For every opportunity deliberately blocked, 7 new pathways materialize. For each connection severed, 12 stronger alliances form. Your perceived losses were temporary diversions. Strategic, repositioning by higher intelligence to place you exactly where you need to be for maximum impact in 2025. The delay contained purpose beyond human understanding. Had you accessed these opportunities earlier, they would have been compromised, infiltrated, limited. The timing of their appearance now, after you've achieved specific vibrational thresholds, ensures they remain impervious to lower frequency interference. What looks like sudden manifestation actually represents the culmination of intricate divine planning across multiple timelines. Each synchronicity, each coincidental meeting, each unexpected resource arriving precisely when needed, demonstrates orchestration beyond three-dimensional comprehension. You experience these events linearly, but they were arranged holographically, each part containing the whole, each moment embedding the entire divine plan. Synchronicities guide you to exactly the right connections, revealing divine hands, arranging your vindication down to the smallest detail. Opportunities artificially blocked for years suddenly appear with perfect timing. Resources diverted from your purpose find their way back to you with supernatural precision, often multiplied sevenfold. The ease with which long-standing obstacles now dissolve exposes their manufactured nature. Doors opening in unexpected areas create clearer paths to your divine purpose than the original routes blocked by interference. This isn't mere coincidence or luck, it's calculated divine intervention, recalibrating your path to its intended trajectory. Your patience through trials bears fruit now. The divine never forgot the promises made to you. We stand united now in unmistakable victory, transcending individual vindication. What began as your personal battle reveals itself as a critical front in humanity's spiritual liberation. Together, we witness the fall of systems once deemed invincible, now exposed as fundamentally powerless against our collective awakening. Your battle served as one crucial front in this multidimensional war for Earth's future timeline. The personal attacks against you, while appearing isolated, connected directly to the larger conflict between forces attempting to compress human consciousness and those working to expand it beyond artificial limitations. The light we embody, together, reveals the artificial nature of divisions created to separate us. Our unified consciousness creates energetic pathways, bypassing their control systems entirely. The divine protection surrounding you has expanded to encompass all who resonate with awakening truth, forming an impenetrable field against lower frequencies. The technologies deployed against you fail across all their systems, as Earth's vibrational frequency rises beyond their operational parameters. What you endured as targeted persecution stands recognized as the desperate last stand of a dying. A paradigm that sensed its impending obsolescence in your presence. Our collective remembrance of divine sovereignty creates energetic conditions where manipulations cannot persist. The old reality dissolves not through force, but through the incompatibility of fear-based control with the new Earth frequencies we anchor together. This is the great shift, prophesied throughout the ages. You stand at its center, precisely where you were always meant to be. The global meditation you felt compelled to organize, despite threats and technical interference, achieved what decades of resistance could not. The precise moment when participation reached critical mass, monitoring stations worldwide recorded an unprecedented spike in the Earth's Schumann resonance that temporarily disabled synthetic intelligence systems designed to predict and manipulate human behavior. The subsequent revelation of classified documents confirming the existence of consciousness suppression technologies was not leaked as reported. The files spontaneously appeared on servers worldwide in a quantum manifestation event that experts cannot explain. Most significantly, the specialized units tasked with dismantling your movement have inexplicably begun working to expose the very operations they once conducted, with several high-ranking officials now openly acknowledging that a force beyond our comprehension has intervened in human affairs. Your words ignited this karmic civil war. Your steadfast faith sustained you through their attacks. Your vision pierced their veils of deception. Your unshakable foundation exposed the fragility of their illusions. Your divine connection opened pathways for our collective liberation. The final moves in this cosmic chess game unfold now with breathtaking speed. Those who targeted you discover too late they challenge not merely a human being, but a divine instrument precisely calibrated for this historical moment. Their frantic attempts to regain your attention reveal entities facing extinction without the energy they once siphoned freely. Stand firm in the knowledge that everything transpiring, every attack, every delay, every seeming setback served the perfect divine plan. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was random. Every tear you shed, every night you questioned your sanity, every moment you stood alone against their gaslighting, contributed essential energetic components to the magnificent revelation now unfolding. The war they started ends with their surrender, not to you personally, but to the unstoppable force of divine truth you embody. The prophecy you carried activates fully in 2025, but its effects already ripple backward and forward through time, reshaping reality according to divine blueprint. They wanted your silence. Instead, your voice becomes the catalyst for their exposure. They wanted your isolation. Instead, your journey unites an unstoppable spiritual alliance. They wanted your energy. Instead, your boundaries force their starvation. They wanted your fear. Instead, your peace proves their ultimate undoing. What you said started a karmic civil war. What you do now completes the divine circuit of justice. What we become together fulfills the ancient promise of Earth's ascension beyond their control. Forever, the time has come. You've always known this moment would arrive. We stand with you now as the final veils fall away, revealing the magnificent truth they tried so desperately to hide. You were never their target because of your weakness. You became their target because of your immeasurable power, and now that power awakens fully.